So I want you to know this video may be a little uncomfortable, and let me get right into it. I just want to make it clear that nobody is coming to save you. You can blame everything as to why you're not buying a home or why you're in the situation you're in, but truth is, no one is coming to save you. You have to save yourself. You have to put yourself in the best position to win for you and your family. I recently saw one of these YouTube videos where there's these guys talking about home buyers being desperate. And I looked through the comments because I don't really care what the people have to say that's speaking in the video, but I do want to see what the general public's sentiment is. So I looked through the comments and there was a bunch of people crying and moping as to why they cannot and have not bought a home. Unfortunately, our society is just full of people that like to complain. And those people are going to be in the comment sections crying and blaming everyone as to why they don't own a home, no matter what's going on with the economy or the housing market. Yes, it is an American dream to own a home. American dream. It never said it was an American certainty. And it surely didn't say it was an American guarantee. If you look throughout our history, everyone did not own a home. That's why it's called an American dream. People wanted to own a home. It was one of their aspirations to own a home. So you can be part of the people who do not own a home, or you can be part of the subsection of people that actually get to achieve the American dream and own a home. But the only way you're going to do so is by buckling down and doing what's necessary to buy a home. I know that may sound harsh. I know some people aren't ready to hear that, but that's the honest to God's truth. Institutional investors here in America are looking to buy single-family homes. Yes, you may have heard that in the past year and a half, those institutional investors have been selling off some homes. That's because they needed the money and the cash to build new homes, just to rent those new homes out. Now, if you're in a major city or even some small towns, you've probably seen these communities. New home communities for lease or for rent. That's what these institutional investors want. They want you to lease or rent for your entire life with a brand new fancy home that is theirs and you get to rent and never own anything. That is what they see for your future. What do you see for your own future? Now, as I scrolled further down in the comments, I read a comment that goes something like this. They're blaming greedy sellers for wanting the most money for their property. Well, if you owned a property, wouldn't you want the most that the market bears? We live in America. This is a capitalist society. If you want socialism, go to another country. But there's one thing for sure, that people in socialist countries are fleeing those countries and flocking to America. Why do you think that is? Now, I have a rhetorical question for you. Why is there a disproportionate amount of people who were not born here in the United States thriving in comparison to those that were born and raised right here in the USA? Why do people that moved here, immigrated here, have such a strong work ethic and will sacrifice to get ahead, but the people that were born in this country feel like they're owed something? People born here feel like they deserve something simply because they were born in the United States. That's not the case. Life doesn't owe you anything. So I ask you, what kind of sacrifices are you making to better yourself today and your kids' future? Now, I'm not talking about the everyday sacrifices that parents make to make ends meet. Now, I'm not trying to belittle those sacrifices. But if you take a step back and just look at things, if you realize that this amount of sacrifice produces this result, you may need to sacrifice a little more to produce an even greater result. Or if you're not satisfied with your pay, you may want to learn a new skill. We have these computers all around us. I'm looking for my cell phone. Like, the cell phones are a mega computer. We have so many options and ways to learn. And if you want to make more money, you have to solve bigger problems. See, typically in America, the bigger the problem you solve, the more money you earn. Now back to the comment section in one of these videos from these negative Nancys. I saw a comment where they said people should put regulations on landlords and how many properties they can own. Again, you live in America. This is a capitalist society. If you want socialism, which I hear a lot of people saying they don't want, but they readily took that free government money. Again, if you want socialism, go to another country. Just like people don't want to be told that they have to wear a mask or that they have to take a shot, who are you to tell a landlord that they can't own as many properties as they can afford? That seems a bit hypocritical to me. The truth of the matter is the housing market is going to do what the housing market does. Just like anything else in this economy, it has ebbs and flows and it has its cycles. There's going to be ups, there's going to be downs, and it really depends on where you live in our country and what kind of ups and downs there may be or how severe those ups and downs may be. But if you think about things logically, if home prices where you live are unaffordable for you, you may need to move to a location that is affordable for you. But if you know that you're in an area where home prices are up and unaffordable for you, do not complain about not being able to own a home. It is your choice to live in that area. Yes, it may be difficult, it may be challenging to move from that area, but you can still buckle down and do so. And that's the harsh reality that many people don't want to face. Here in America, we have choices. We have a lot of choices. Nobody is making you stay in one location or another. Another harsh reality that many people don't want to hear is that back in 2020, 2021, and early 2022, home ownership was very, very affordable. You had interest rates in the 4%, 3%, 2% range. So compare that to right now, the average household saved or spends $500 to $1,000 less monthly on housing expenses. And the beautiful thing about America is that they allow you to lock in your mortgage for 30 years. That is very uncommon across the world. If you look at Canada, they have a 30-year mortgage, but it resets every 5 to 7 years. So you can't lock in that 2% interest rate for the entire 30 years like you can here in America. And other countries don't even have 30-year mortgages. They have 5, 7, 15-year mortgages. So, again, we live in America, and there are things positioned for you to capitalize and take advantage of living in America, but you have to make the sacrifices necessary to put yourself in position because no one is coming to save you. And if you listen to those doomers or negative Nancy's talking about a housing crash and you were in position to buy during 2020, 2021, or early 2022, and you did not because you listened to them, those people cost you tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars. Not just you, but your kids and your kids. They robbed you of potential equity. I try to inform both buyers and sellers by giving you all the raw data so you can make the assessment as to what's best for you and your family in the present moment and looking into the future. I like to find solutions. And if you watch me for any length of time, you know that I am not unabashed to say that I am a glass half full type person. I'm going to find the positive in just about anything. So regardless of the negative headlines or the news surrounding the housing market, if you know what you're doing in this housing market and every other housing market, you can find good deals. And if you really know what you're doing, you can find great deals. And when I say find, that really comes down to being able to align yourself with the right people, because great deals and good deals aren't found. Those are actually created. The opportunity may seem like it's present, but then you have to create that great deal or that good deal. And the only way you're going to do so is by buckling down and knowing the housing market, knowing where you want to buy, and aligning yourself with knowledgeable people that can help point you in the right direction. You have to put in the work. You have to stop complaining. You have to stop whining. Look, it is what it is for everyone. If you want a home, it's going to take work. And in some cases, a lot of work. That's why it is the American dream, not the American certainty or the American guarantee. Surround yourself with people that's going to elevate you, but also keep it real with you so you know what needs to be done so you can achieve your dream or goal, whatever that may be. If it's home ownership, if it's getting a better job, surround yourself with people that's going to elevate you, but at the same time, keep it real with you. I'm Sir Ashley, your real estate advisor, and if you're interested in buying, selling, investing here in the Carolinas, please reach out to my team and I. We are here to help. I hope this was helpful. I know I probably will get a lot of negative emails or comments, but to that handful of people that this resonated with, this was for you. Talk soon.